And that is that in the Old Testament, you could see how we've talked about this before, how Abraham, he was out of covenant with God. And when he understood this, he went and sought to be reconnected. And he did that through being adopted by Melchizedek, right? Like he receives the priesthood from him and he gets adopted as a son of God into a different family, not his dad's family, right? It's like you see that there's this covenant connection that's being restored. Joseph Smith had to have the same thing. He had to have that covenant connection restored to him through all those revelations where he's receiving things a little here and a little there in the way of priesthood
Mhm.
and keys. And then once those things are established, then he is able to be that kind of like the connector that goes across dispensations, right? Like all the dispensations eventually get sealed together. You get this idea out of like section 128, section 132, section 138 of Doctrine and Covenants, and it becomes very clear. You can get it out of like the Kirtland Temple, like sections 110 through 112, like all of these things, 107, 84, like all of these sections about priesthood are teaching you that there's like a literal like connection that's happening that's being done through these
Mhm.
ordinances that and then I think when you look at like the fact that early saints viewed themselves as literal descendants, I have quote after quote after quote by apostles that help us understand that these people believed that they were restoring a literal connection. So they believed that not only were they literal sons of Ephraim, but that they were also going to be restored to the
Mhm.
priesthood birthright part of that. Because even if you're a literal son of Abraham, you can still be cut off from the covenant. That doesn't guarantee you access to the covenant because the covenant is something else, right? It means ordinances, it
Right.
means a connection to Jesus Christ. And so there's like Adam and Eve, they had that original connection. And then through apostasy, that connection gets broken and then it needs to be relinked. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with all each covenant that we make. We're trying to get these links back in place. And then once those links are all in place, then that's where you can do the shuffling around and the shifting and Jesus can make it perfect and make it what it needs to be, right? And we need to trust that he
Right.
knows how to do that, that he knows what that is. We don't, and with our imperfect human condition and feelings and everything that we have in our hearts and minds at this point, we're seeing through a glass half darkly, right? Like we don't see the full picture, but the
Right.
Lord does. And he knows what was the perfect order and how it needs to be restored.